The desire to break free. It's something we're all too familiar with, whether it be physical, mental, or metaphorical. It's the ultimate goal, or something philosophical like that. Today we're diving into Zom 100, the anime that reminded me that I actually have a YouTube channel. I just finished watching the anime and it made me realize something. It isn't just about running from zombies, it's about running towards your best self. And it reminded me of how the desire to break free is what drives us as humans. So if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you hit like and subscribe, because it reminds me that I need to upload more consistently. Okay, so let's talk about the anime's protagonist, Akira Tendo. Before the whole zombies taking over the world thing, Akira was stuck in what's called a learned helplessness loop. Artsy, what's a learned helplessness loop? Great question, dear viewer. I'm so glad you're paying attention. Learned helplessness is a condition in which a person feels a sense of powerlessness arising from a traumatic event or persistent failure to succeed. This often causes depression, anxiety, imposter syndrome, stuff like that, you know? And with Akira working at an exploitive company, working for unpaid overtime, it makes sense as to why he's living this way. He resigned himself to a miserable corporate life, enduring toxic bosses, long hours, and a soul-crushing routine because what else was he supposed to do? This is how he makes ends meet. This is where Zom 100 shines. It doesn't just depict Akira as tired, it shows the psychological weight of living without purpose. Just another cog in a wheel, just another dream broken. The most heartbreaking part about it is that Akira accepts it. He believes that this is all his life has to offer. A dull, monotonous existence that sucks the color out of everything, hence the monochrome visuals in the first episode. This mirrors a very real societal problem. How many of us stay in jobs we hate because we think we don't have a choice? Or how many times have we chosen something without fully considering our options? How many times have we heard, that's just life? Akira's life before the apocalypse is the perfect metaphor for the cages we build around us, all for the sake of societal acceptance and comfortable living. It's what's demanded of you in order to obtain the freedom that you've always dreamt of as a kid, something that you have to deal with. A means to an end, if you will. But is it true freedom? Freedom, at its core, is the ability to live by your own standards and not to the standards of anybody else. So if your only option to be free is to sacrifice your sense of life, are you truly free? Are you chasing your dreams? Are you truly living? Or are you doing something out of obligation? Is it what you want? These are the questions that bounced in my mind while watching the anime, and it's made me realize that the world has no place for dreamers. If you can successfully force someone to conform to your expectations, you have 100% control over them, removing their autonomy and stripping them of everything you deem unfit or foolish, ridding that person of their dreams to keep your vision of society afloat. Akira's reaction highlights this very issue. It's not until the outbreak of a zombie apocalypse where he realizes his job is unfulfilling, getting rid of his free will, so he chooses to let go of it all in pursuit of his own happiness. Now here's where it gets interesting. When the zombie apocalypse hits, Akira isn't scared, he's relieved. Think about that for a second, dear viewer. The guy is happier to face the literal end of the world than go to work on Monday. Can you really blame him though? I mean, he did see his future wife get bagged by his boss. So, the zombies in the world aren't just a physical danger, they're a symbol of the oppressive systems and societal expectations that turn us into mindless drones. And Akira's reaction isn't just comedic, it's deeply psychological. The apocalypse breaks the chains that kept him tied to his desk. No more deadlines, no more oppressive bosses, no more pretending to be okay, no more having to watch your boss flirt with your future wife. It's all so freeing. And what's the first thing he does? He makes a bucket list. And the bucket list theme is genius. It's not about just doing fun things before Akira dies, it's about reclaiming agency over his life. Things like confessing his love, drinking fancy beer, or literally taking care of his mental health. That's a big one, by the way. They're all acts of rebellion against the world that told him that those things didn't matter. He rejects conformity for his sense of autonomy, regaining his sense of free will. Take the instance where he finds out he no longer has to work in the first episode. He runs through the city, screaming his lungs out, literally bringing color back into his life. It's not just exhilarating, it's cathartic. Another aspect of Zom 100 is the theme of resetting. While Akira's bucket list is about reclaiming joy, it's also a deeply personal journey. Without the distractions of societal expectations or work, he's left to ask the big questions. What does he truly want? Who does he want to be? It's through these questions where Akira starts to find clarity. The world may be falling apart, but for him, it's also an opportunity to rebuild, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally as well. Zom 100 shows us that sometimes stepping away from the chaos of life is the only way to figure out what truly matters. It's okay to reset. Taking a step back and evaluating your situation to truly figure out what you want to do and who you want to be is completely okay. No one gets to decide how you live. You make your own definition of it. At its core, Zom 100 is more than just a zombie comedy. It's a psychological exploration of freedom. Akira's story resonates because it taps into something universal, the desire to break free from the things that hold us back. The zombies aren't just monsters, they're metaphors. They represent the things that consume us in our day-to-day life. Work, societal expectations, fear of failure, everything. Akira's journey is about confronting these zombies head-on and choosing to live on his own terms. Zom 100 reminds us that life isn't about avoiding danger, it's about embracing it and finding meaning in the chaos. It's through the darkest times that we find out who we truly are. Minor setback, major comeback, if you will. But why does this matter? Why am I telling you all of this? Because we're all a little like Akira. We're dodging deadlines, expectations, and the fear of failure. We're all being held back by what society expects of us, but really sacrificing what we really want for ourselves. The anime shows us that it's never too late to rewrite your story. It's a call to action, urging us to break free from the things that hold us back and live authentically. There's absolutely nothing in this world that should stop you from doing what you want to do and living the life that you wish to live. Of course, you have to put in the effort. It won't be easy, but it'll be worth it. You are the only person in your life with the power to feed into the desire to break free. That's inspiring as hell. I wonder what else I have lined up for the next few weeks. Guess I have a lot of work to do. It's a new year, so that means a new me. I decided to jump into 2025 telling you to chase your dreams. So don't disappoint me. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit those like and subscribe buttons. It's January, so I'm gonna make a promise that I can't keep. Consistent uploads all of 2025. This is my year.